Asquilga.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's Thursday. It's very wet. It's wipers on full wet this morning. It's one of those days where the orange... Is it 12 o'clock?
Yes.
The orange
Unless they changed it, but it was 12. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so look, we're expecting further heavy showers across many parts of Kerry this morning. It was very wet in places overnight, so just take it handy on the roads today. No colder, to be fair, but very wet.
Yeah.
Wetty wet.
Yeah, it's not very nice.
How many times can Andrew say wet? Wet.
Too many. The front pages of our papers today, most papers leading with a photograph of Willie Mullins today, including the Irish Daily Mirror today. A hats off to Willie is the headline there, with his 100th win at Cheltenham yesterday. Willie Mullins pictured all smiles as he became the first trainer to race, to rack up 100 Cheltenham winners. So fantastic stuff for him. I mean, he's amazing, obviously, and the people working for him and all the rest, and the horses and everything. But it is ruining racing a bit that
one fella is
so
just too
dominant.
down, yeah.
I mean, it's not his fault, but he's
Willie
incredible.
Mullins is basically Man City.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit, well, at least Man City have somebody challenging them. But yeah, it's just, I've heard a lot of people now who are really into racing kind of saying, yeah, he's class, like everybody's kind of applauding him, but it's not really great for the sport. It's a bit like Kilkenny and the hurling for a few years ago.
Or Limerick now.
For a few, like Limerick now, isn't it? A bit like,
that's good.
yeah.
That's a good point.
Like, you can't see anyone else winning the All-Ireland again, like, can you?
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know a lot about
No, you're
hurling,
right,
but,
yeah.
Chilton was a row. How many did Kilkenny get in a row there?
4. They're the only, no one's on 5.
Yeah.
So
Cork ladies football team were a bit like that, weren't they?
Oh, they did. Didn't they get...
Did they get like 8 in a row or something like that?
They did, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, PSG make a rash move. Are they interested in signing Marcus Rashford?
Apparently so, yeah. This has been mooted for a couple of summers now, but again,
Right.
it's always just been paper speculation, but
Yeah.
it's popping up more, and as they always say, there's no smoke without fire, so...
And then that's in the Mirror as well on the front page. And tourism de force. So some of our most popular tourist spots, the Guinness Storehouse and the Titanic Experience, the one in Belfast, which I haven't been to, which is supposed to be fantastic. Some of our most popular tourism sites. So that's in the Mirror as well today.
More on Willie Mullins in the Irish Times this morning, as Elaine mentioned, got his 100th winner on the last race as well, and his son was riding the horse, which was kind of nice.
Really? Wow,
yeah,
that's
so
nice.
it was the absolute odds-on favourite, like what it was, Fabiano, whatever it was, fell with 3 fences to go in the main race yesterday. Thankfully it was all... Sorry, it didn't fall. Sorry, a different horse fell. It was pulled up. It clipped the fence wrong, but thankfully it was okay. But I think the jockey said, actually, you know what?
Not right. Yeah.
So anyway, got the 100 winner, and as Elaine says, it's pictured in most of the papers there. Extra 500 beds identified for migrants as thousands of Ukrainians leave hotels is the other story in the Times this morning. Beds have been sourced with providers contracted to house Ukrainian refugees. And Kennelly refuses to accept victims' lives were ruined. A convicted paedophile who says it took them 30 years to come forward showed absolutely zero regard for his victims' lives. That's in the Irish Times today.
In the Irish Examiner front page, more about Willie Mullins. Hats off to 100 is the headline there. A former convent in Cork is to house refugees. A convent in Cork among 5 centres announced by the government yesterday as new integration centres for Ukrainian refugees. And then Varadkar to discuss Irish in Gaza if there is time. He's in the US, of course, this week in the run-up to St. Patrick's Day. The Taoiseach has promised to raise the case of an Irish citizen still trapped in Gaza with US President Joe Biden if there is time to do so. So that's on the front page of the Examiner as well today.
And the Mail this morning, the €12 million deal that bought Coalition Survival. Minister was warned that the pact on the fair deal with independent TDs risked undermining financial stability of nursing home scheme is the other headline on the front page. And then more on Kate Middleton. Kate and Wills may come clean or they'll drown in quagmire of their own making. Is another headline in the Irish Daily Mail. Yeah, this photoshopped story just won't go away and probably won't until we see her on a television interview. I don't think this story is going to go away anytime soon, but that's in the Mail this morning as well.
Yeah, it's just adding fuel to the fire all the time,
all
isn't
the
it?
time,
Yeah. Now, what's trending? Well, Cheltenham's trending, of course. Willie Mullins trending after that 100th win yesterday. Rachel Blackmore as well won the feature race yesterday, so a lot of people chatting about her. Picture of her with the Queen as well in some of the papers, who's a big fan of Rachel Blackmore, apparently. I thought we weren't calling her the Queen.
She is now.
Are we?
Yeah,
she now? Okay.
Yeah, so when Chaz, I was going to say got elected, got risen to the throne.
Queen consort or something.
Queen consort until he became king.
Okay.
So yeah, I because I had to Google that because I thought the exact same as you. So She was Queen Consort in the interim period between the Queen Elizabeth dying and Charles actually getting, I was going to say the king job. But you know
getting the big job.
Getting the big job.
I'm thinking about the way they portray Camilla in The Crown when she's young.
Yeah.
You know, when she's in her 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it now going, she's wild as a hare, like, you know.
Historical fact.
Yeah, look, historical fact, obviously, yeah. And I'm just looking at it going, one day you will be queen.
You will be queen.
I don't think it had crossed her mind at that stage.
I
But
doubt it, yeah.
yeah, so anyway, I saw pictures of her with Rachel Blackmore. I was like, the queen meets, you know,
Yeah.
hero Jackie or whatever.
Yes, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was
Yeah,
it.
no, that
I think
sounds right.
in the interim
Headlines
period
did say it.
until he actually became king, she was Queen Consort. Queen in waiting. Louis Walsh is still trending after all these Jedward tweets we spoke about briefly yesterday. There's been a few more people now come out, including Ronan Keating, who basically now called him vile as well.
Called Louis Walsh vile?
Yeah.
So is Ronan.
Well, that's what Louis Walsh has said about him, and now he's saying that he's a vile human being.
Deirdre Walsh was talking about it yesterday and Talk About.
Yeah.
And Deirdre just said, she said she thinks it's just all a big PR stunt because...
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think it'd be mad to think that. But you're saying it's got... See, I'm not watching it or anything. It's gotten too vicious now, isn't it? Like it's...
I just see Ronan Keating has responded as well, and I just think that the tweets Jedward put out were borderline, defamatory.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, okay.
I mean, Louis are going to go, right, lads, say something really bad about me, and that I could possibly sue you for it. We get you back in the limelight.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and then I was in the... Was it in Monday? You were talking in the canteen about Louis Walsh.
Yes.
And I walked in, I was like, he's supposed to be a lovely fella. Because I have heard from people who've interviewed him and stuff.
So have I, yeah.
That he's really nice, you know? So, but maybe, you see, that might be just...
The persona.
Happy Louis. Like, maybe if you're working for him, it's a totally different story, like.
Yeah.
Do you know, those people were working for him.
Also, none of these people work with him anymore, because obviously there was a split in the relationship and that was the end of it. So,
but I'd say he's very much the boss. If he's your manager, I think you're working for him, like,
absolutely,
you know? I don't think it's the other way around, like.
And what have we left time was? Oh, good. Bournemouth are trending as well. So they're only the 5th team ever to do this. They turned over a 3-0 deficit last night to win 4-3.
Wow, really?
Luton last night in a cracking game in the Premier League.
Poor Luton. What a crap result.
Yeah, 3-0 up and lost 4-3. Only 5 teams have done the Premier League. Isn't that gas?
Ever.
Yeah, and I think Newcastle were 1. They were 3-0 down to Arsenal, and I think came back and won 5-3.
Wow.
But I couldn't name the rest, by the way. But yeah, only 5 teams in the Premier League's history. How long has the Premier League won? Since 92?
Yeah, good, come here. Good match for the kids to watch because the heads do drop when they go down. Definitely 2-0. You're just like, they're just like...
Yeah, big time.
So yeah.
Cracking game there last night.
We've got a busy show. We've got prizes from Dingle Ocean World Aquarium to give away on the show today. Corcoran's Furniture, €1,000 voucher for them. They're celebrating 25 years in business. So we'll do that as well.
Have a good day.
Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
Best wishes. Good luck now.